What's up guys? We're back again with one of the highest skill decks in the history of Clash Royale. To play this deck correctly, you need 100% of your brain or you're gonna be in some serious pain. With Spear Goblins, Bats, Miner, and Wall Breakers in such a fast cycle of 2.5 Elixir, you're gonna have to make an absurd amount of decisions. You gotta make them fast and your placements better be precise. Because you're mainly getting chip damage, if you fall behind, you're not gonna come back. And since you only have small spells like Snowball and Log and you don't have Rocket or Fireball, if you let your opponent clump up too much stuff, you're just gonna lose the game. So you always have to be spamming to keep your opponent's elixir low, but if you spam too much and you don't have enough elixir to defend, it's gonna be game over. It's a delicate balance of always being on offense and saving just enough elixir to defend. And that's why the #2 player in the entire world is always playing this deck. Every game I play with the deck, I feel like I'm improving. So let's go jump straight to some games and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. And a whole lot of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to support the channel. Gotta give you this Lava Kevin. I'm expecting a Lava Hound right now, dude. Drop your Lava Hound in the back first play so I can go and bamboozle you with the Miner and then also Spear Goblins. Wait, he's gonna lose all the bats. He needs to respond to that. Oh, it is definitely a Lava Hound clone deck. Whenever we see Lumberjack, I'm automatically assuming that it's gonna be clone. I'm gonna go and pull back the Lumberjack so I don't have to respond to it as much. And I think one of the Wall Breakers will connect. Will it hit the Lumberjack? Yes! That must have been so painful for him. Seeing the Lumberjack get hit when he's like,
wait, I countered the Wall Breakers with the Lumberjack. It's actually attacking.
And then it's like, nope, you only get one hit, you finish off one of them, and then it finishes you off. The beautiful thing about this deck is you're able to apply opposite lane aggression all the time. So even though it's got a very cheap elixir cost for every single one of your cards, I'm going to go for Prelog and a Skeleton Army. Oh yes, let's go. That was beautiful. Even though you have a cheap elixir cost for all of your cards, you're going to be able to get maximum value because your opponent's going to get spread thin. So even if they've got good answers to you, they will get overwhelmed. I still think that this is going to be a problem because he is going to be able to go in for a very, very, very annoying clone. So I'm going to snowball before he's... Okay, he just did it anyway. That's kind of crappy for me. It is what it is. We can still win the game. I made a really good prelog, but this guy is making me play my absolute best to win this one. So we know he's got Lumberjack in cycle. I don't know if he's got arrows in the deck or... I mean, he's not back to Skeleton Army, so he has to Lumberjack this. And I think that the Wall Breakers both connect if he Lumberjacks. But he might just sack. Oh, that was such a good Fireball. Genuinely well played, man. Genuinely well played there.
As you can see, I'm a genius.
So if he's going to go in for a Lava Hound in the back, he's only going to have Skeleton Army and Lumberjack. So I can go for Bats and Valkyrie if he Lumberjacks. It's going to die. So I'm expecting him to go Lava Hound, so I want to go for a Valkyrie, and I want to go in for Bats here. And this is my game plan. It has to work out. Cycling these Bats early on is very, very nice because I can get back to them early on. In a Baby Dragon, I think that the Valkyrie locks tower, especially with the Spear Goblins coming up clutch, is going to be nice. Not enough damage for me to take the entire tower, but it's decent, right? I expect him to go for a Lumberjack, so I just want to cannon here preemptively. I think the Bats do die, so it's not the end of the world. I'm going to Miner here. Maybe he's going to hit a Lumberjack. Yeah, let's go. So we do hit the Lumberjack. I think I can go for Bats on his Bats. Okay. He doesn't go for Bats. It's really interesting. I think that he's going to lose the Flying Machine unless I'm super unlucky. Here's the difficulty, though. When the Bats come through, I need to be able to snowball everything and then push everything back into the Valkyrie and then get Bats down again. He's not going to be able to clone everything in time. I think I can get Spear Goblins down. I don't know if the Baby Dragon's going to do absurd damage, but it looks like the Flying Machine is targeting the wrong thing and the Spear Goblin's able to finish off the Baby Dragon, but it's cloned up. Oh my gosh, this guy is really wild in right now. I need to prelog, but I don't have Elixir, so I have to go in for a Snowball afterward. I think he's going to... Go Skeleton Army. He fireballs instead. That was such a good play. No, please don't let me lose this game, Clash Royale. Don't let me lose. He's going to go for Bats. That's interesting. I think I can go for my own Bats here and then pre-log a Skeleton Army with the Miner coming through. This might do enough damage. I think he has to go in for Skeleton Army. I'm going to snowball back the Lumberjack. Please let me win the game. One more Miner hit. Let's freaking go. It feels so satisfying outplaying Lava Clone, especially against a good Lava Clone player. That Fireball that he hit on my Wall Breakers in the Miner, that is not easy to time. So this deck, it just gets you better every single time you play it, and it forces you to play your best to win. And I'm psyched to continue to get better playing this deck.
That was a pretty good fight, huh?
All right, we got a game against a crazy Canadian. Well, self-proclaimed crazy Canadian. Maybe he's running a super mainstream deck like most people on ladder, or he could just be a wild Sir. I'm going to Valkyrie here since the Wall Breaker is going to push it and make sure that the Valkyrie moves a little bit faster. We get a Skeleton King out of our opponent, which is not something that he necessarily wants to drop right into a Valkyrie. but it is what it is. I think I can go for Spear Goblins here to counter the Skeleton King. Oh, no. He's going to have Witch. This has got to be a graveyard deck. He's got to be running something crazy.
Who's that Pokemon?
So I'm going to Spear Goblins, expect him to click the ability, but if he doesn't, then I guess that's interesting. I haven't seen someone with a full Skeleton King bar that hasn't clicked the ability. That was insane, honestly. All right, he's going to go for a Giant Graveyard, I guess. Ugh. Is the cannon going to be able to kill that? Yeah, let's go, baby. That's dope. I'm going to log when more skeletons start to accumulate, and then bats immediately on the giant so we can damage down the giant. How did one of the skeletons go off to the side? That little Larry caused me so much grief. Anyway, we know he's going to be back to skeleton army, so kind of what I'm expecting here. I got to go wall breakers and kite the Inferno Dragon to the other side, and then maybe go in for something else afterward. We'll see what he decides to do. Yeah, so we're just going to wall breakers here and see what we can accomplish. If he goes in for a skeleton army, I'm going to Spear Goblins in the middle, and that's going to be able to disrupt all the skeletons. No damage out here. All right, so Inferno Dragon's out of cycle. We know he's got Witch. I'm just going to Miner in front and see what's up. Because if I go on the same side, it's not necessarily going to work out that well. But if it's targeting the Witch and I snowball it, can I kill the Witch? That'd be so nice.
Nope.
Okay. Not completely going to kill the Witch. And he's going to spawn some skeletons, so I'm just going to log it so it dies. Skeleton army is out of cycle, so maybe I can go in for wall breakers here. Probably going to bait out a spell that our opponent doesn't want to drop, so I'll see what happens. Skeleton King, that's even better, because now we can go for bats early on, expect him to go for a graveyard, and then just shut it down with Spear Goblins and Valkyrie. Or is he really not going to drop anything? Is he just going to sacrifice the almighty Skeleton King to bats? Sheesh. We always want to go opposite side of our opponent when we're playing this deck. We cannot go same lane as them. If we do, we're going to lose. I can snowball this and then push it into the Valkyrie and then also push it into the Spear Goblins. That's nice. Wait, the Valkyrie obliterated the skeletons. No way. That's too good. And the Spear Goblins are going to come up clutch. I think one of them dies and then the Miner tanks for the other one. Let's go. I'm going to keep up the aggression. I'm going to go Valkyrie other side. He doesn't have Inferno Dragon for a bit, so he's got to go Witch. I wonder if the bats are able to lock onto the Witch or the tower. I was hoping it would lock tower. It didn't happen. It is what it is. I'm going to go Spear Goblins here. I think I kind of have to just go in for a Miner and then wall breakers and then pre-log a skeleton army because I think he's going to drop it. No way! These predictions, though. Let's go, guys. Okay, he's about to all-in me like a madman. He is not happy. He is not having it right now. I got to go Valkyrie in the back. Oh, wait, what? What are you doing? Okay, this is really weird. I think he's going to all-in me. I don't know where, but I think he's going to do it. I'm going to go in for another Miner. I'm going to cycle 2 Valkyries, and I can get bats back on top of the Inferno Dragon, which would be pretty annoying to deal with if I didn't have that in cycle. So I'm going to Skeleton Army counter with a log. We know he's going to have Skeleton King back in cycle, so I'm going to try to go Spear Goblins to bait that out, so then he won't have it for a while. He's got a Skeleton King that. Nice. I love making predictions like that, because I should be able to get a positive elixir trade with the Valkyrie cleaning that up. And if he goes in for a Skeleton Army on the wall breakers, we can make another pre-log, because that's all he has in hand. So we're just consistently making outplay potential here. If it's going to happen, that would be nice. I'm going to try to keep up the aggression. I think that the arrows from our opponent is definitely difficult for us, but since we have the Spear Goblins alive, I think that's going to be enough with one bat as well. He's going to go Skeleton King aggressively at the river. That doesn't even make sense. Why would you do that? That's just, what are those? I can go bats here and then stop memeing around enough to go in for like one more Miner and win the game. But this is like probably one of the most difficult matchups that you would play against Giant Graveyard, because they can arrows and snowball, and they've got so many small spells for your Miner and bats and Spear Goblins. So you have to significantly outplay them and always be on offense, so then they can't go in for big Giant Graveyard pushes. I don't know how many Giant Graveyards this guy was able to do, but it wasn't many. All right, we got a game against Uno. What's up, dude? So the first play that we like to do is just going for the wall breakers in the back. Hopefully you don't cycle anything, and then I get value. Okay, that's great. We already bait out 3 elixir with 1 wall breaker. That was 1 elixir for 3, and then he still has to respond to the wall breaker on the right-hand side, or just eat the damage. Okay, cool. So I'm going to Miner here and go for the Valkyrie on his Miner. Pretty cool. I like that start. We're currently up 500 damage, and we've got a Valkyrie counter pushing. He doesn't have Zap and Cycle for our bats. This has got to be a Lava Hound deck, right? So I'm going to Snowball on top of the Inferno Dragon so that it resets onto the bats. And then because he doesn't have the correct card cycle, I don't know how he's going to deal with this, because he's got to go Skeleton Dragons there, but then he has no elixir for the Miner wall breakers. He's probably back to arrows, actually. But yeah, he didn't have much elixir, so it was pretty funny. I think I can kite them to the other side so I won't have to respond to them. The tower is going to be shooting the right Skeleton Dragon, and the left one's going to go right into the abyss. Maybe this guy is going to go in for a Lava Hound soon, because like If you've got a Lavahound deck with arrows and zap, and I'm running Spirit Goblins Bats as my only 2 anti-air answers, this could be a problem. I'm going to go in for a Miner and then go in for Bats. I'm always trying to keep my Elixir low because my opponent gets an Elixir advantage. She's able to go in for a Lavahound and just ruin the game for me. So I'm always dropping things when I'm at like 4 Elixir, as you guys are noticing. And the Wall Breaker is going to connect to the other side because I can't go into the Barbarians. It just doesn't make sense for me to do that. If I Valkyrie, it might be the best play that I can do. It's just not the greatest play ever. Because I think the Barbarians will probably lock onto my tower for some damage, but it's fine. I just try to keep the Valkyrie a little bit healthier so that I can apply aggression in the right-hand side and have some type of counter push with it. But I guess it wasn't very smart. The Valkyrie's very limited HP.
I don't feel so good.
But maybe enough to force out a spell since we have Spear Goblins coming at him too. This is really nice. He's eating the entire Spear Goblin spam. All right, I see you, sir. Maybe I can go in for like Bats Miner here and then you balloon me and I'm okay. I'll have to wait and see what we can do. Because I can maybe go in for another cycle of Bats here. If you arrows on that, I'm definitely shutting that down. You're not breaking through the cannon. There's no chance in heck that you're breaking through that cannon. Especially if I get a Valkyrie down because the Bats are going to be able to break through. Okay. Never mind. That was insane. I guess I'm going to snowball here on top of all of that. And then the Bats are able to clean up. Really interesting game though, because whenever we play against Lavahound players with this type of deck, like you would expect them to win since they have so many small spells, but that's just not working out for our homie here. I'm going to go for a high cannon. I'm just going to go for Spear Goblins up top, and then he's not able to hit everything. I'm going to go in for Miner, and I'm going to go for Wall Breakers as well. I fully expect him to go in for Barbarians on the left-hand side, but if he doesn't, he has nothing for the Spear Goblins. Oh my gosh, he's just going to eat it. This guy just gave up. He doesn't want to play anymore. Wow, we just defeated a Lavahound deck with Zap and Arrows, and it was so freaking easy. He didn't even take a single tower. What the heck? How did that happen? I guess you just spam until you're successful with the deck, and you continuously get positive Elixir trades with Spear Goblins and Bats, and even if your opponent's got double small spells, they're never going to be able to keep up with your quick card cycle. You guys already know Wall Breakers in the back is the wave. And this guy's going to go in for the witch emoji. Please, no more giant graveyards. That was so stressful last time, bro. Okay, I think we can go Bats on his Bats. Oh my gosh, I don't think the Skeleton King is going to be able to finish the Bats off, but the Bats go back for the Bats, bro. Okay, wait. I think this is exactly what we played against before, right? No, it's different. The guy is going in for a new iteration of spam. I think I can get away with a Valkyrie here. I don't know. Like, I've never experienced this before. This just feels so uncomfortable. Having to log because you don't know if any of the skeletons are going to find their way onto the tower past the Valkyrie. Too much stupid cloned crap, man. It's just like way too much stuff that you should not be getting on the map. Okay, the Valkyrie's not going to hit the tower. Really unlucky, but I can get Bats down and kill the cannon cart. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything besides like Flying Machine to kill the Bats. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. I got to go for Spear Goblins, guys. I just don't trust it. Sometimes when Cannon Cart locks on, it's like a solid 700 damage bare minimum, and I just can't afford that right now. It's not something I'm willing to take. I'm going to Wall Breakers, and I hope that he goes in for a Skeleton Army. Oh, he's got Giant Skeleton. That's not a card that we like either. I got a Valkyrie in the middle. I mean, if he goes in for a Skeleton Barrel, I've got Cannon. I've also got Log, so I'm okay with that. If he goes in for a Clone, I 100% have to log it, so I'm a little bit scared, honestly. I know that the Valkyrie does counter this, so I'm not going to spend any extra elixir, right? We're chilling. He didn't go in for arrows or anything, so I didn't have to spend any extra elixir. I was just traumatized for a second. I was like, the Giant Skeleton is not an easy card to counter. Okay, also, it's going to be really hard because now it's leveled up higher. Great, we're just fighting a bigger and better boss. Maybe I can go in for a Valkyrie here on top of the Witch. I hope that this works. We'll see. I'm going to go in for the Valkyrie here, and then I'm going to go for a Snowball. I think the Giant Skeleton, since it is level 16 and it hasn't been nerfed yet, it's going to lock onto my tower. It's so broken. I'm going to log that so he can't click the ability. And he literally just got that because of Mirror and Giant Skeleton being some of the best cards in the game. Nothing else. Like, that was a good cannon placement. I felt like I played that well. His cards are just overpowered. And, you know, they are getting nerfed, so, you know, it makes sense, right? I can go in for a Valkyrie in the back and then go in the same side. He's just going to do the exact same stuff. So I got to cycle a second Valkyrie here. Cycling it early on allows you to get back to another one early, so that's extremely important to do. I want to bait out the Witch here on the right-hand side, so then I think I can defend a little bit easier. We'll have to wait and see how this works. I'm going to try to go in for a Log on top of the double Skeleton Barrels, clean that up, and then go for the Valkyrie here. Looks like the Cannon Cart could be a problem, but it's not going to be that big of an issue. I think I can go Wall Breakers and kite this to the other side just long enough for the Cannon Cart to, you know, not be a point of contact on our tower. And then I can go in for a miner. I can go in for bats, spear goblins again. So we're just going to be really obnoxious, like 10 million paper cuts for this opponent. It's hard for us to win this because I can't fireball on the witch. I would love to fireball log that, but it's literally not in the cards for me. I'm going to continue to miner when he's at a limited amount of elixir, when he's got the witch push coming at us. So maybe he's going to defend the miner. No, what am I kidding? This guy defending, he doesn't do that. Why would I ever think that that would be the case? So I got to go wall breakers here and then cycle back to another Valkyrie. I don't know if I can get this down in time. I think I did. Wow, that was so clutch. But oh, that's so much damage. That's so much freaking damage. Can I get a miner down? Can I get anything? I mean, he doesn't have arrows, so there's a chance I win this. I'm literally chilling here with no HP on my tower. And I need to win. I need this win. I need this more than anything. You're running the most skillless deck in the game. Oh my gosh. So before Giant Skeleton and Mirror got nerfed, this guy is still playing the deck and it's about to get nerfed in like a couple days. Oh my gosh. Winning that feels unbelievably good. And just taking a look at this guy's profile, he was a pretty decent player too. He finished 365 in the world. Why do good players like that have to run skillless decks like Giant Skeleton Clone? The world may never know.
I have a very specific skill set.
Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an amazing rest of your day.